Hello and welcome back. I'm so glad you are here with me today. I'm Dr. Diane Craig, and this is Too Soon to Stop, the How to Reinvent Yourself channel. Today, I want to start off by asking you a question. What is the worst mistake you can make? Let me answer this question by starting off with a story about Larry the fish. Now, Larry was no ordinary fish. He was very intelligent and creative. He wanted to make his mark in the world by helping others to live better lives. Because of his good heart, he was always thinking of ways to help. Larry finally was able to come up with a way that other fish were able to grow their own food and never run out. All fish were acutely aware of the danger of arbitrarily biting down on what appeared to be a random food particle, only in actuality having it attached to a fisherman's hook. Larry's invention would eliminate the danger of possibly winding up on someone's dinner plate. Larry was so excited about this idea that he enthusiastically shared it with his other fish friends. Imagine, he would exclaim to his buddies, how great it would be not to ever have to worry about where your food will come from ever again. He excitedly told anyone who would listen to his victorious story. However, to Larry's surprise and great disappointment, the other fish did not share in his enthusiasm. Truth be told, the other fish became jealous after hearing about Larry's story. They were afraid that he would go on to become rich and famous, leaving them behind to continue to live their ordinary, boring lives. The other fish felt that if Larry was successful, then they would look like failures. They, in actuality, were not the friends that Larry thought they were. Thus, instead of encouraging Larry, they were highly critical of Larry's invention. You think you can save lives and become famous by your invention? They taunted Larry. We don't believe it. Who do you think you are coming up with that lame invention? You think you can do something that no fish has done before? We knew you way back when. You were a loser then and you are a loser now. If you think you can accomplish something that no fish has ever done before, well, why don't you go and climb a tree? Yeah, that's right. Go climb a tree. If you can do that, then maybe we can believe in you and your invention. Let's see if you can climb a tree since you have all this ambition, you worthless dreamer. Meanwhile, fish continue to disappear on a regular basis, routinely yanked up on a fisherman's boat and becoming someone's dinner. Everyone knew this, but they still did not want to accept Larry's invention because they were jealous. Well, this, of course, deeply hurt Larry, so he wanted to take on the challenge. He thought if he was able to climb a tree, then maybe, just maybe, the other fish who he thought were his friends would certainly believe him and accept him and his invention. So Larry set out to climb a tree. He tried and tried to climb a tree. He, of course, was not able to successfully do this despite many, many tries. The other fish, watching closely, began to laugh and laugh at him. They told him how stupid and worthless he was because he could not climb a tree. So Larry could not climb the tree, and he gave up and simply fell in line to be like the other fish. Even though he was able to at least grow food for himself, he was so discouraged by the disapproval and ridiculing he had received from the other fish that he simply gave up trying. Larry the fish went from being an extraordinary fish to an ordinary fish with this decision. Larry's fate was decided shortly thereafter when he bit down on what he thought was a piece of food. Unfortunately, it was attached to a fisherman's hook, and Larry the fish became someone's dinner that evening. That was the end of poor Larry. He had made the decision to allow others' opinion to dampen his ambition and success. This is the worst mistake you can make. Here's a quote from Albert Einstein: "Everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will believe it is stupid." Larry the fish had come up with an extraordinary invention that would protect other fish from being caught, eaten, and losing their lives. However, the other fish wanted nothing to do with the invention, even at the cost of their own lives, because they were jealous of Larry. They would not listen, even if it meant their demise, which could have been avoided. Larry allowed disapproval from others to lead him to give up his dream, which led to his downfall. Don't live your life based on how others think you should live it. Figure out what you really want, stick with it, and really go after it. Larry made the mistake of trying to accomplish something that he was not even interested in at all, in an attempt to please others and to fit in. Larry had no interest whatsoever in climbing trees. He allowed himself to become distracted and thus failed. The entire fish community missed out on a creation that would have enhanced their lives tremendously because Larry gave up. Do not listen to the naysayers. Do not drown out your inner ambitious voice by listening to other people's opinions. Realize that people have their own filters and their own life experience, and this is what they are basing what they are telling you on. It is not only unfair, but will cause you to limit your potential if you let it. Don't let this happen to you. Have the courage to follow your own intuition and judgment. Develop your own deep convictions. You can only do this by putting in hard work. Read, pray, and meditate. Talk to people who are successful and make these people your new friends. Hang out with people and accept advice from those whose life you want to imitate. Remember, if you accept someone's advice, be ready to accept their lifestyle. If you do not want to live like they're living, then keep moving and search for answers. You will thrive and not just survive. Limiting yourself because you are afraid of what others think will eventually dim your light. Remember the song, "This Little Light of Mine, I'm Gonna Let It Shine"? This is a children's gospel song written in the 1920s. Allow this to become your mantra. Do not dim your light and wind up lying on your deathbed thinking of that trifecta of regret: woulda, coulda, and shoulda. This is your only chance to live. The world does not function on what ifs and if onlys. It succeeds by those who pursue their goals with passion and deep conviction. Don't be a spectator. Become an impassioned participant while listening to the signs to direct you down the correct path to success. You will then be able to obtain the confidence needed to continuously move forward toward that 1% daily clarity spoken about in many previous episodes. Grow by 1% a day by consistently putting in hard work toward your goal. This will lead to great growth over time. It is like going to the gym on a regular basis and working out hard daily. Flexible toned muscles will allow you to be able to take on more and more comfortably. What is difficult today becomes tomorrow's warm-up with consistency. A huge benefit of sticking to your heart's desire means that you will never have to work another day in your life because you are doing what you love. Even when things become really difficult, you will be able to find the strength to push forward because you love what you are doing. You can persevere even when things become overwhelming, which becomes your growth curve. Get excited when things get overwhelmingly difficult. This is what is needed to help you to reach maturity so that you can handle even more challenges because of a solid infrastructure. Even when you have no support from others, when your convictions are solid, you won't need support from others in order to move forward. Eventually, you will run into others and develop new friends who will share your convictions and compassion, but you may have to go it alone for a while, and that's perfectly okay. Just keep going. Do it because you want to impact the world for all of us, to make the world a better place for everyone. The world is waiting. Fill your cup up first so then it will run over. You can then give your best to others out of your abundance. This requires high quality spiritual training so you can develop deep convictions. If you approach life with a half hearted effort, expect low quality results. If output is great, rewards will follow, even monetary ones, because people will desire to partake in your output. Not everyone is your enemy, of course. Even a dear friend cannot make your convictions deeper. Only you can do this by putting in the hard work consistently. This means that you cannot allow others to place their values on you. They will be off because they will not fully understand you in most cases, even though they may mean well. They are viewing the situation from their own life experiences and filters. They may even have a hidden agenda that you may not be aware of. Here's another quote. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving ahead. Another quote from Albert Einstein. Finally, never ever stop questioning. Always stay curious. The only way to acquire wisdom is to ask lots of questions. Don't be afraid of looking foolish. When you have done some homework, you will be able to think through things, and then you will be able to answer and ask more intelligent questions. This will lead to deeper understanding and greater growth. Work hard and think deep. Till next time, praying for your success and wishing you the very best.